Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh, thank you so much for being here. I'm Kiara and this is my pink room. Today it might look a little less magenta and a little more pink, I guess. And that's because it's daytime while I'm filming this video. Let's just get right into it. Today we're talking about pretty girl problem number 5, self-rejection. Yes, we are going there, sis. We are going there. We gotta do it because I feel like pretty girls have been set up to fail in a way because we have this concept in our mind that we get at a very young age that nobody can tell us no. So we gotta talk about it. I'm looking at my notes once again. Okay, so I totally understand pretty privilege is definitely a thing, but I feel like in a way it can be a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It kind of sets us up to fail in many aspects in life, not necessarily just being told no or being rejected as far as dating goes, but in a very wide range of things. I came across this video where a girl was sitting in her car just ranting and raving about how this beautiful guy that she saw walk past is probably not going to be interested in her because he probably didn't like black girls in general.
Really want to know. So today I was at school and I walked in like the little village area, like, you know, I was just chilling. I was doing my homework and I sat down to do my homework and this really fine black man walked past me. I'm not gonna talk to him anyway, but like in my head for a second I was like, he's really cute. And then I was like, oh, he's tall, like he's an athlete, blah blah blah. And then, you know what I said to myself? I said, this black man probably don't even like black girls. He probably doesn't even talk to black women. He probably don't even think twice about black girls at all whatsoever. And this is something that has been happening to me since high school, and I'm so tired of having to wonder whether or not black men even like black girls. It's so disheartening.
And I was like, girl, relax. Like, you literally have no idea because you've never spoken to the guy. You just saw a guy walk past, and because you thought he was attractive, you automatically assumed he wouldn't like you, and he would probably not like you because you're black. Like, that right there is exhibit A of self-rejection. And it actually could be considered a pretty boy problem or a gorgeous guy problem. I don't know what we should call it. But assuming that somebody will not want you just because you want them, that is a problem. What I'm trying to illustrate is that a lot of pretty girls learn early in childhood that they can't be told no because they're just too cute to say no to. And I know it happens. I kind of do it to my daughter as well sometimes. But at the same time, she knows the word no, okay? It was her first word, by the way. That messes us up when it comes time to get into the real world, when we believe that we can't be told no. And the real world will quickly teach us that no matter how attractive you are, you're not everybody's type. Sometimes it's hard to grasp that if you're not actually prepared for reality. Some people are not into brown skin. Some people are not into light skin. Some people are not into tall girls. Some people are not into short girls. Some people are not into thin girls. Some people are not into thick girls. Everybody has a preference. And you may or may not be somebody's preference. You're not going to be every person's preference in the world. Some people don't even care about looks at all if the vibe is just not there. Like, if you just don't fit there, if you don't have the same type of conversation that they're looking for, then you're still not their type. It doesn't matter what you look like. You could be the most gorgeous thing in the world, and yeah, 10 out of 10 to a majority of people by most beauty standards. But if you are dry in personality and you're small-minded, you're not gonna be somebody's type. So growing up, I remember actually realizing that I had to check myself when it came to some of the things that I would say to guys, because I think I had this kind of intuition where I could tell if somebody had a crush on me, or if they were about to ask me for my number, or they were flirting, you know, or they were about to flirt with me. And I had this thing where I would just like gently let them down before they even got to that point. And I had to learn that, okay, they probably weren't even about to go there. You gotta tune it down a little bit with your ego, because they probably are not even into you like that, like you think. Like, I feel like I kind of have a good sense of knowing when somebody is interested, but that doesn't mean I can just go around saying, I know you're feeling a kid, but I probably shouldn't give you my number because this, that, and the other reason. Like, that's the quickest way to get shot down, okay? And honestly, there are a ton of other reasons why a guy could be nice. Like, he could be one of those, he could be genuinely He could be a genuinely kind person. He could be the type that's oblivious and has no idea that it looks like he's flirting. He's just a nice guy. Those exist. He could be a salesperson, and salespeople kind of have to flirt anyway to get that sale. It's kind of a little bit of flirt, not too far, not the harassment type stuff, but they kind of have to flirt just a little bit to get the sale. They could be interested in just being your friend. Like every nice guy is not trying to get with you. And in the industry, like where I am, like entertainment industry, you're going to see a lot of nice guys because they're networking with you, but it's kind of part of the persona that they have to create, like to just be friendly, extremely friendly. So like, for example, in corporate America, networking and friendliness in corporate America is going to have a certain level of professionalism, whereas in the entertainment industry, networking professionalism is not going to seem the same. It's not going to be suits and button-up shirts and ties. It's going to be, chains and slashiness. It's going to look way more casual, and that goes for the interaction as well. There are tons of male photographers, producers, models, promoters, a lot of that are male, and they're going to be friendly, they're going to be nice, but that doesn't mean that they're trying to get with you. I hope I kind of made sense. Like, they literally can just be cool because that's who they are. They have a good personality. It doesn't mean that they're trying to get with you. And pretty girls, we have to realize the difference between the two. You can't assume that everybody is trying to flirt with you just because they have a good personality. But in the same breath, you can't also assume that they are not interested in you just because you're interested in them. So pretty girl, you gorgeous girl, you, please learn how to take rejection. I know, like, we're not good at it because it doesn't happen often. Men get rejected all the time. They usually are used to that, right? But girls are not always used to it. And we have to accept the fact that we're not everybody's cup of tea. That was hard for me to even say out loud. I know, like, I'm the type who will say, like, okay, well, he might not like black women, but he's gonna like me. That's kind of how you have to think about it. You have to be confident enough to be okay if you get rejected. And I've been in denial for years about this. Like, yeah, everybody's gonna like me. What? Everybody likes me. But that's how I ended up getting hurt in the past situations. Like, not hurt like relationship hurt, but that's how I've ended up getting my feelings hurt, because I'm like assuming that every dude wants me and I don't want them, so I'm gonna ignore them if he's trying to get my attention, and he's probably just trying to tell me that my gas tank is open, my gas cap is open. The point is that the girl in the video was literally fussing and going off of this assumption, making a whole point off of this assumption that she made, saying that the dude was probably not into black girls, and she was literally getting worked up and so upset about it. And girl, like, I wanted to be like, child, calm down. You have no idea what's going on in his head. And that's the truth. Like, you really don't know what somebody else is thinking. You really don't know what somebody else's preference is just because of how they look. Give everybody the opportunity to be themselves, and don't take anything personally. And don't beat them to the punch in rejecting you. Like, give them the opportunity to actually do it. Like, give them the opportunity to reject you. Sounds weird, right? But it's necessary. Because if they don't actually have the opportunity to reject you, you will never know whether that's what they even wanted to do in the first place. So we have to get out of the habit of thinking that we will never be that girl that gets rejected. Get out of the habit of that, because you will never grow. You'll never get anywhere. And get out of the habit of nobody can tell me no, because you're also going to set yourself up for failure thinking that way. I learned from a guy friend that the most confident people are okay with being told no. Like, chew that. Think about that. The most confident people are fine with being told no, because they look at it as, well, that's your loss, that's their loss, and I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna be okay with it. I'm gonna go on about my life, go to the next one. Like, somebody's gonna tell me yes, and that person, whoever that person is that tells me yes, is gonna win because of how dope I am. Also, that the most confident people go into a situation expecting to be accepted, and if they put any other type of aura, if they think any type of way, people can sense that. They can smell it on you. if you feel like you're going to be rejected just going into the door. Like if you approach a person and you've already decided in your head that they're going to say no to you, you basically put an aura, a smell on you that basically is like, it smells like old people and mothballs and like the grandma perfume. Like, no offense to grandmas, my grandma actually smells really good, but do you know, like the older, the great grandparents and stuff, for some reason their stuff be smelling like mothballs. Like, do you know what mothball smells like? It kind of smells like boiled eggs or something, like with a little extra tinge of funk on it. I don't know, but you kind of give off that negative bleh that makes people say no because you wanted them to say no. And I hate that smell. And as soon as that person gets a whiff of it, they're going to get turned off and tell you no, just like you wanted them to do. You have to walk into that situation with your Versace smelling perfume, your underarms clean, you know, your breath fresh. You got to be ready for them to accept you and love you. And that is what they will do if that's what you expect. And then if God forbid they actually say no because you're not their type or whatever reason, brush it off, realize it's their loss, and move on. Don't get pissed off, and don't tell them that they were probably gay. I'm guilty. And don't be like, oh, they probably didn't like black girls anyway, or white girls anywhere, whatever you are, Hispanic girls. Like, don't be like, they probably didn't like me because of my skin tone or because they're racist or this, that, and everything. It's probably not even any of that. But please, for the love of God, don't assume these things without even trying. Because when you assume these things without even trying, you're putting yourself into this horrible mind space, and that mind space is completely unnecessary. And when you think a way, that's what will happen. If you think a certain way, it'll bring it to you. Like, our thoughts are like magnets. Like, whatever we think, we bring that to us. Try to think positively. Try to think like, everybody loves me. Like, okay, he might not like black girls, but he's gonna love me. And it's a fact. Okay, I've seen it happen. I've dated dudes who be like, I only date white girls, but you are just, Well, I hope I made you think. Like I always say, I hope I made you think, and I hope I inspired you to consider yourself smelling like Versace. I hope I inspired you to consider yourself the pink starburst, okay? Because you are, sis. I love getting ghetto sometimes, like ratchet sometimes. I just feel like, period, poo. You're the pink starburst. So just keep that in mind. And thank you so much for listening. Hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. Share it with somebody who needed to hear this. Start a conversation. I think this stuff is worth talking about. Leave something in the comments on how you feel about this topic. And once again, thanks so much for watching. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, make sure you tune in, subscribe, and all that good stuff, because the next episode talks about the struggle of femininity. And I have so much to say. I have so much to say. All right, talk to you guys then. Bye.